Hey, what is up, guys? And welcome back to another Magic the Gathering online league. We're back with Eldrazi ramp on the play for game one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to yard with you. Pass. And pass. No idea what our opponent is on, but I need some lands here, either off the top or off Rumble. I'd love to see a soul land. Maybe I should have kept the Sire on the off chance we see a lab and not a temple. Perfect Springs tapped. Could be Belcher. Draw, Stomping Ground, Shock, and Rumble. Please no force. No force. We found the lab, but thankfully drew into the Ugin. We'll pass. So we can play Micah Spawn next turn, or we can go for Middle Speaker. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. No. There's an island, so not Belcher. What this? Oh, Affinity. Was not expecting that given this Perfect Springs tapped. Isababble. Yep, we'll just pass in full. So we might need to set up this K return for a sweep. We'll see. Spell Bomb. Okay. Honestly, I might just K return here to try and set them off of a whatchamacallit? Kappa. Is there a way for me to cast both Myco and K return? I don't believe so, right? Because we have 3, 5, 5, 1, and we don't have another 7-minute value spell for a lab, so no. And one short of speaker and return, which is pretty unfortunate. In that case, yeah, I think we have to focus on the K return. I guess there's an alternative option. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh. Well, that's actually kind of interesting. No. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah. We're one short of speaker, pitch K return, grab Emrakul, unfortunately. So that's not an option. And I think we have to play around the Kappa. So in that case, we will play Lab, Imprint Ugin, and do I want a K return now or on their turn? I think we have the K return now. K return, and then pass. So drones are out, 2 short Kappa, we hold. 5, 1, 2. There's Pinnacle Emissary from Exile. We'll draw. Shifting Wood is actually really good here. So in that case, how do we want to proceed? Again, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Still one short of the Emrakul. 4, 5, 6, 7. But we could grab something. 4, 5, 3. Not enough for the speaker, though. Because, yeah. This was an Eldrazi temple, maybe? We could go speaker, though, and pick up something like Devourer instead to threaten a sweep. But the Shifting Woodland might just be the better play into Myco Spawn. Let's play the Shifting Wood. Let's cast Myco Spawn. Yield all. I will grab a temple. There's also some thought to going Ghost Quarter, but I don't know how many basics they have, which is a bit of an issue. Because a lot run 1, so going Ghost Quarter here might be right, but we'll go temple. Micah will land, and we will pass. And pass. Urza Saga. We can kick the Saga next turn. Shadow Spear is neutral for Kappa. 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yep, there's the Kappa like I thought. They do have Rebuke mana. Opal trigger. A second Kappa? Jesus. That's a bit of an issue, to say the least. Huh. We'll draw. That is perfect timing. So in that case, how do we want to proceed? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 minus 2 would be 6, so we don't have enough there. But we can sweep 1 Kappa. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, no. So in that case, let's start with Mega Spawn attack, see if they let it through. Doubtful, but you never know. Alright, they let it through. K return sweep. Yes. That gets rid of all but 1 Kappa. We'll pass. And pass. Saga trigger. So they can make a construct, make the Kappa unblockable. Yep. And they can also give it lifelink trample. Yes. We'll take 11 down to 7 as we cannot block. I'll draw. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. These top decks have been insane. Emrakul. And I believe that should be GG's because we're going to attack in now for 7 down to 21. They can't block since they only have the construct. We'll go up to 14. There's EE, draw, sink, go to main, trigger, float, search. We will... Clausagix is pretty good there. Yep, I mean, we spellbomb the construct, we Clausagix the rest. Yeah, pretty good. We absolutely lucked out on those top decks. Okay. So, how do we want to proceed? Due to an issue of stuck matches, scheduled events, all scheduled events over the next 12 hours have been taken down. Okay, I don't care about that right now. Yeah, if you're wondering why this isn't a challenge and is a league, it's because things are broken right now. So we want Bauble, we want Fade, we want Dismember, and we trim out an Ugin and run it back, I believe. Yeah. I mean, that is a turn one Bauble. We'll keep. We would love to see a 7 of value spell off top. Spirebluff Canal and passing, potentially trying to set up for the weapons factory. If you have a consign, you need to cast it now. No consign. I mean, that's a pretty good start here. There's weapons. And we'll draw Emrakul. So let's start with Rumble. There's Devourer. There's Talisman. We'll grab the Talisman. Unfortunately, we did whiff on a Fade. And pass. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. One short of Emrakul. Yeah, so the weapons play definitely not going to be good for them here. There's Pinnacle Emissary. Triggers the weapons. Okay. So at this point, they're trying to flood the board of tokens. That's fine. So again, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Draw, land. This is interesting. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we can Speaker Pitch Sprawl, adds a type to Yard. So Speaker, Pitch Sprawl, adds a type. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can grab Myco Spawn. And cast. Grab Shifting Woodland or Sanctum. We'll grab Sanctum of Ugin, question mark. Yes, Sanctum of Ugin. And pass. If we assume they have a consign, we can try and feed them the Sire instead. Steam Vents. Shock, 17. And they have more than enough for Kappa. There's Kappa, but now they're tapped out. Yep, looking pretty good. Attack for 2. We'll take it down to 16. End step and draw. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Cast Emrakul. Yield all. And opponent scoops it up. We'll take the win. Emrakul for the win. We'll be back for match number 2. Alright, we're back for match 2 on the play for game 1. I mean, this hand's pretty bad. The K returns are not castable. Speaker's castable on 3. We mulligan, no acceleration. This hand's a whole lot better. So the question is what we pitch. I mean, timing-wise, we go like this. Potentially hold up the K commands. I'm thinking pitch the Talisman. Surveil. Ice Still top and pass. And pass. Let's see what opponent's on. Island. Okay. So it looks like Affinity again. Yup. This is a turn 1 Kappa. Emery. Pretty close. Boots Opal. Alright. We could hold up K command. They do have Rebuke mana. Never mind. No longer has Rebuke mana. So they don't have Rebuke in hand. I suppose we will accelerate. Grab another Temple. Kind of wish we could have Bajuka Bogged earlier, but we can Bajuka Bog off of the ice still, which is relevant. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We're one short of an Emrakul on the following turn, so we can't go Speaker Pitch K command for an Emrakul. We'd be just short. So I think we stick with the Ice till then. Unfortunately, I don't think Bajuka Bog's going to do too much because we're probably going to hold the Bauble until my end step, I'd imagine. Five cards in hand. Pithy Needle, sure. I mean, we're going to pass in full. Pithy Needle, name what? Ghost Quarter, Ugin. Shifting Woodland, okay. That's an interesting choice, but it is a choice. Weapons. Emery pulls back Bauble, trigger weapons. I guess you also could go Opal, so that way you could ping the spawn now. That is actually a genuine option. With 2 cards in hand, I feel like they're going to go with the Bauble, yeah. There's the Bauble. There's Munitions. Bauble. They're aggressive with these Baubles, which is really good for me with this Bajuka Bog. So we don't have to play around Rebuke. So we can go Stomping Ground, Shock. Yes, Stomping Ground, Shock, Ice Till, Bajuka Bog their yard. So Stomping Ground, Shock, Ice Till. I guess the other option is we could K command X equals 3 and get rid of the Emery. I like the idea of going Ice Till for the acceleration here. Ice Till, Bajuka Bog, target you. Devour to yard will pass. Next turn we have a K command on deck. They could double Munitions the Ice Till, but that's okay. Bauble, Munitions. They could Munitions now. You also have another Bauble as backup. I guess that's why maybe they're a bit aggressive with it. Here comes Kappa. So we do need to angle towards Emrakul. Weapons. Thankfully, they can't kill Ice still, but they do have a Tormod's Crypt, so that is a problem. They Tormod's Crypt now. They also have Rebuke mana. Bob will target me. Okay. Emery, grab Bobble. Kappa's at 10. Paying cost for another Kappa. Jesus. Yeah, it's pretty good. That is pretty good. So that is lethal damage on board if they get another artifact. Bobble Trigger draws a card. We'll draw. There's Sire, but Sire does not cut it. Okay, so let's do the math real quick. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, 7, 9. I don't think we have enough for Emrakul. Let's start with Temple Mill. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There's Emrakul. Unfortunate. We'll grab the Wooded Foothill. Mill a card. Forest. I mean, my only out here is to K command the Emery and hope they don't have another artifact, yeah? So 1, 2, 3 leaves back 1, 2, 3. That would allow me to Speaker pitch. Sprawl 4, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we don't have the option to go our 12, 12, 9, 11. Claws doesn't kill me yet because they don't have enough mana. They have 1, 2, 3, so we take 6 at most. So we'd be down to 11. And if they get a artifact, we lose no matter what. So we have to get rid of Emery. Is what we need to do. So Rampant Exile the Emery. Leaves back 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So we can go Speaker. Emery down. Cast Speaker. Speaker pitch Sire. Grabs Emrakul. At this point, we pray they don't have an artifact. Paying cost for... Okay, well, I mean, what are you going to do about 3 Kappas on turn 4? We'll scoop. What are you going to do about that? Like, come now. Alright. Bobble in, Fade in, Dismember in, Ice Still out, 6 out, Gemstone Ghost Quarter out, and an Ugin out. Run it back. Like, what the hell are you supposed to do about that? Absolutely effing nothing. If we had one more turn. All right. I mean, opponent's gonna bring in Consign a Memory, maybe Rebuke, Blood Moon, etc. We'll see. On to play for game 2. Sure. It doesn't have much interaction early, but it does have a decent amount of acceleration. World Breaker is also nice in this matchup. So accelerating to World Breaker is right now our plan. Unless we find something interesting off of Rumble. But we'll go Verdant Catacomb, Fetch, Forest Sprawl for green. Yeah, for green. Well, yeah, for green. I don't think they play Harbinger. Pretty sure they run Blood Moon. Verdant Cat, Fetch. Forest, Sprawl, for green. Pass, and pass. Let's say you, opponent. What's your opening hand look like? Spire Bluff. Passing, we draw. We could hold up Cake Minix too, but we're going to Rumble here. There's the Bauble. There's Myco Spawn. Oh, we're going to go Bauble. And I'm going to shock in Stomping Ground and cast Bauble. Do you have Consign? You do not have Consign. We'll pass and hold. Saga. Okay. Arcbound Ravager. We can exile the Ravager. Second K command. Lab. Print. So we can X equals 3. Yes. Rampant Exile. Ravager down. And pass. Next turn we have Breaker to break the Saga. Red. EE1 to pop the Bauble. That's fine. Second Saga trigger. I guess that does get rid of my Utopia Sprawl, though. So it does set me back. So I'll have 1, 2, 6. Oh, we're still fine. Yes, that will resolve. Cast an Opal. Bauble. So this could be Consign. I'll return Breaker to hand. Play Misty Rain, fetch. For a forest. I will say I have half a mind to cast Ugin here, but we know they have Needle. So I think we cast Breaker. Like, I have half a mind to cast Ugin. That way we can generate mana, but I think Breaker's right. Let's see if they have Consign. They do not. Saga down. Saga trigger. Yeah, they're short on Opal for Consign anyways, I guess. For green. We're now short on K command, though, is the only downside. This construct's going to get pretty big, so I'm going to stay on the defensive for right now. The E actually was pretty impactful because it forced me to spend one more spawn than I wanted to. I wanted to be able to hold up the K command. Makes another construct, 4/4. Now I'll become a 5/5. Tormod's Crypt. They're afraid of Emrakul, and for good reason. Fade from History would be nice here. Soul Land would be nice as well. Boots. You can boots the construct. Yes. So we definitely need a colorless source to deal with the construct then. We'll block you down to 9 and draw. Tormod Script target me. Draw. Jeez. So that was 7. I guess we were still 1 short though of that being castable, but not looking good now. Yeah, I'm gonna say that's GG's. Well, I guess now they are down on artifacts. So now we can block and not die. Of course, 1 artifact changes that immediately. Memnite, yup. Kappa. Honestly, I'm not even sure. Oh, I guess you can 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, you can play Kappa and then haste it. Yep, we did. We did. I will concede. Show me the equip. Yep, and we're out. Yeah, the EE actually was pretty impactful. Like I said, if my plan was ideally to play the Breaker, but still be able to cast the K command, but since they put us behind a turn, that wasn't an option. Unfortunate. There's a Sanctum too. We needed just 1 more turn. All right. Well, we'll be back for match 3. All right, we're back for match 3 on the draw for game 1. Opponent mulligans down to 6. Reveal Devour and pass. Looking for a Soul Land, maybe a Rumble off top would be nice. At the very least, the land. So Soul Land, Rumble would be ideal. Any untapped land allows us to Micah Spawn on 2, which then can accelerate us into K command. Surveil. So either a slow energy start or potentially Ruby Storm. I'm hoping not Ruby Storm. Okay, well, we got the land at the very least. I will grab the forest. Print the Devourer. And pass. So we have a few different options on turn 2, Arid Mesa. Arid Mesa fetch 19 for a mountain. Impulse draw. So this is Ruby Storm, and there's the medallion. Well, that's a problem. Their speaker will play the forest, hold the K command. This way I have the ability to exile cards in yard or exile Ral. But the medallion does play around that. So they go medallion, land, ritual, and then go off. That could be an issue. We'll see though. We get another turn. Maybe we can try and find a breaker. Oh, there's medallion. do you have the ritual? Okay, so no ritual right now. I imagine they take ritual for next turn, though. So my best bet is to try and scry drawn to Breaker to hit Medallion to potentially set them back a turn, would be my thought. Short of that, I'm pretty sure we lose. We also could always go Mega Spawn Bajuka Bog. Bajuka Bog their yard. It's an impulse draw. I'm not sure that's good enough. Unfortunately, Ruby Storm is not exactly susceptible to land destruction in the same way a lot more decks are. As long as they have 1 mana for Ritual, that's really all they need. Opponent's thinking hard here on this choice. I mean, I feel like the choice is obvious, but that's me. Because if they had a ritual, they would have played a ritual, but they didn't, so I'm assuming they don't. So I'd imagine they grab a ritual and not the artist talent. Because they have the artist talent, so maybe they have a second land. Because if they play the artist talent for 1, then they have 2. I guess that gives them some draws. I guess that depends. So maybe it's a bit more of a complex line that I'm giving it credit for, but at a glance, I feel like you grab the ritual and run. Either that, or opponents hardly thinking and they step away from the keyboard. So we'll pause real quick and be back once they pass priority. All right, opponent chose artist talent. Okay, interesting. Well, we're going to K command. Pause it on end step. Why we pause on end step, opponent? Maybe they're disconnecting again? That is the only explanation that I have. To be fair, apparently MTGO is having some issues with matches freezing, but I'm not sure if that is happening like on to individual players or if it's just like the match as a whole. All I know is they canceled all the events for the next 12 hours while they fix it, which is quite unfortunate. X equals 2. I need a land and a breaker. There's the breaker. Now I just need a land. Give me a land, an untapped land, and we can break this medallion. Hey, ask and you shall receive. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 minus 2 would be 6, so we don't have enough for Myco plus breaker, so we're just going to go breaker. Breaker break. And hit the medallion. And pass. So medallion down. So they need another mana reducer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One short of Ugin. Otherwise, we can just go Myco Kick and start reducing lands. Bajuka Bog, potentially. Okay, things are looking potentially up, though it does depend on what's in their hand. There's Ral. You have a ritual, you have a mana morpho, so a mini ritual. You'll have 2 mana. What else you got? Only instants and sorceries are discounted, so the talent still costs 2. There's a ritual up to 4. Flip tails. So now they can play the talent to start cycling through their hand. Plays a land. 2 cards in hand. 4 mana. Piff. Yeah, that's not good. Things were looking pretty good for us with that breaker hitting the medallion, but the opponent had redundancy with the Ral. Not much we can do about that. So now they're just trying to flip the Ral. I believe right now they're on 4 Ral triggers. Because storm count of 5, and they played a Ral this turn, so they need a storm count of 7. I almost do wish they, does it? No, it doesn't say on Ral how many you've cast this turn. Yeah. Just kind of expects you to figure it out. There's Artist Talent. Three mana. Impulse Draw. They can now flip Ral. Yep, there's Ral flip, but they no longer have a mana reducer. I mean, I'm pretty sure they have it, but we'll have to wait and see. Uses the Prodigy. There's Wish, there's Piff. Yes. Well, we don't see a ritual, do we? Oh, there's a ritual in here. Yeah. So yeah, they should have it. Between the Wish, the ritual, I'm pretty sure they should be able to get here. But we'll force them to play it out because it's not deterministic. There's another ritual. Yeah, it's looking pretty clear. I should just be able to churn through the rest of their deck at this point. Three mana. Another Ral. If they flip this Ral, I'll just concede. So they should have 2 mana. Ral can flip. I guess they still don't have a reducer, though. Ral was the reducer, but now they flipped Ral again. But the Wish is free. So at this point, they're just trying to get to, what, 19? Yeah, I'm pretty certain with a number of rituals, they have it. Ritual, Wish, done. Honestly, I think at this point they could probably just ritual, Wish for Grape Shot, cast Grape Shot, and then Piff the Grape Shot and win. Pretty certain we're dead. Pretty certain. Up to 9. Artist Talent pluses, so now it's reducing. Yes. Level 3. Okay, so you can Wish now, and yeah, we're very dead. Oh, that works too. You don't even need to Wish. You found the Grape Shot. We'll concede. We'll concede. So, Trinisphere in, Dismember in, K return out, Soulish Jailer in, Flute in, Gemstone out, Ice Till out, Ghost Quarter out, 6 out. Yes. Let's run it back like this. On the play for game 2. We'll keep. We can dig a bit deeper here. try and find a Trinisphere or a Jailer, maybe. We also have K command for removal, and it also allows us to dig deeper if we find a soul land. What do we find? We find that our opponent is very bad at passing priority. Alright, well, we'll pause real quick and be back once they pass priority. Alright, and we're back. We'll grab the lab, temple, pass. Methinks opponent might be duo queuing, would be my guess. It's the only explanation I have for the amount of time it takes for them to pass priority. But also, like, it's turn 0. You physically have nothing to do. Please just press 6. That would make everyone's life so much easier. Arid Mesa, passing, or do you fetch Surveil? Passing, end step draw, lab, imprint, and hold. Arid Mesa, fetch 19, Surveil. Valakut awakening, 2 yard, mountain, 4, medallion. Let's just fire this off now. Let's dig 2 to 3 deeper and ramp. There's the Trinisphere, there's K command, we'll take both. And draw. So I have access to how much mana? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 minus 3. 1. Oh no, that'd be 7 minus 3. It'd be 7 minus 5 would be 2. So we'd have enough for a kicked Myco spawn, but we can go Myco spawn. 1, 2, 3, 4. Leave back 1, 2, 3 if we really wanted to. What would be the benefits of that? Next turn we could 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Devour. Devour could trigger Sanctum, and you could grab something with that. I think we'll hold, though, and cast Trinisphere. I have half a mind, though, to sack a spawn and hold up K command, though. I think that might be the right move, actually. Go Trinisphere. And hold up K command X2. I mean, this is heavily telegraphed that we're holding up K command, but say la vie. Paying cost, you have Wear Tear. You do not, you have an Artist Talent. That is fine. We could ramp and scry draw for 2 here. I think I will. We'll fetch for Forest. And ramp and scry draw. Done. Next turn we can kick Myco. Talisman Impulse, not doing much. Neither is Verdant Cat. Bottom both. Draw. Formidable Speakers, interesting. So, how much mana do we have right now? We'll draw 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So we can go Emrakul next turn if we play Formidable Speaker. That's intriguing. Right? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yes. Emrakul, I think, could be worthwhile. They'll need another turn to destroy the Trinosphere, so yes, Formidable Speaker. Formidable Speaker, pitch Lab or pitch Misty? I'm thinking pitch Lab here. And we'll grab Emrakul. The other option is grabbing Jailer, of course, but we'll grab Emrakul. And then Surveil. So we're set up for Emrakul next turn as it stands. And ideally, by taking control of their turn, we can just wreck their hand, basically. Forest. We do not need a forest. Put that to yard. And we'll pass. And we'll hold. Do you have Wear Tear? You have a Ritual triggering the Artist Talent. Sure. So this is mana neutral. Piff to yard. Okay. If they had a Wear Tear, they would have played it. There's Valakut Awakening. Sure. Wish to yard. Awakening trigger. Or Awakening resolves, rather. How many do you draw? 5? Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yep. Pitches 4, draws 5. Bloodstain Mire. I want to crack that now. Alright. Draw. Talisman. Misty Rain fetch. For a forest. So confirming 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Untap. We'll cast Emrakul, gain perfect knowledge, and is trying to ruin their hand as much as possible. They can still only single cast. And done. It is Emrakul. Alright, our turn, comrade. Let's see what you got. There's the Wear Tear. Perfect. You also didn't fetch. You should have. So, how shall we proceed? I mean, Wear Tear, Ruby Medallion, Wear Tear, Artist Talent. We can fetch, fail to find. So, yes, let's first destroy target artifact, Wear. Cast Wear on Medallion. 1, 2. Triggered. Do I pitch anything? I'm going to say no. I don't really... I mean, I guess I could pitch the Impulse, because that's really the only thing they can cast. But there's a possibility it draws them into another Wear Tear, so I'm thinking no here. So I'm going to say no. Medallion down. Let's fetch. Do you have any more Wear Tears? You have 3 more Wear Tears. We will fail to find. Cast Arid Mesa. Arid Mesa fetch. We can put them in lethal range if we Sacred Foundry Shock. Oh, I forgot that we could do both Wear Tear. Duh. Right? Could we do both Wear Tear? Yes, we could have. We could have gotten rid of the Artist Talent. For some reason, I just always forget that you can do both on these because of Fuse. Shows that I do not play with Wear Tear all too often. I was like, oh, it's a split card. You cast one or the other. Forgot about Fuse. That's on me. I will shock them down to 15, so this is lethal damage on board. We'll pass. Opponent can still only cast one spell for what it's worth. The only thing I guess would be the downside is if they find a ritual to draw one more card. So if they find a ritual, one more card into a Wear Tear, still doesn't do too much though. I mean, this is their last cast. Lethal's on board, opponent scoops it up, but yeah. Need to remember Wear Tear does have Fuse. It do have Fuse. Okay. So Rumble Trim, Gemstone in, run it back. That's a no. That's a no for me. Mulligan. Okay, Jailer's interesting. I'll keep. What do we pitch? I'm thinking Sire. We'll pitch Sire. Done. Though, maybe I should have went Myco, Imprint, Sire, play Jailer so we can provide some pressure. Maybe. Land for turn and passing. We'll draw. Second Sprawl, we'll fetch. For a forest. Sprawl for green. Yes. Sprawl for green. And pass. And pass. So next turn we can play Sprawl and Jailer. Opponent missed their land drop. That's huge for us. In which case, do we even need to expose the temple? We do not. So, I mean, I guess it doesn't matter too much. So, temple. Sprawl. For green. Jailer. No impulse draws for you. Next turn we can kick Myco. And if they miss their land drop again, they're in trouble. We'll pass. Did you miss your land drop? You did. Myco kick. Myco kick. Stoneforge. And opponent will scoop it up. We'll take the win. The hand they had must have been gas if they kept a one lander with nothing else. So it must have been if they got to 2, they won on 2, maybe? That's my only thought. But we'll be back for match number 4. Alright, we're back for match number 4 on the draw for game 1. This is a weird hand. I'm going to be the first to say it. It's a weird hand. But it's workable. Especially if you find a soul land off Devourer. Also, Moto's definitely on something right now. My inputs feel very delayed. I'm very afraid I'm going to click something, but it's not going to click, and my input is going to get, like, lost in the shuffle. So, if opponents are taking a bit longer, I'm starting to figure out why, because it feels like, oh god, what was it, like 6 months ago? Where, like, every input took 30 seconds to register. It was god-awful. So I'm hoping that's not the case. Opponent surveils. Could be control, but we don't see Kahira, so I'm not sure on that one. Keeps on top. Devour trigger. There's a temple. So we can go temple. We will draw the temple. Cake command surveil. Another cake, or not cake command surveil. Commercial district surveil. We'll grab another cake command. We'll pass. Ent, living end. Looks like living end to me. Opponent passing through their turn. There's the breeding pool. Shocking, shocking. We'll draw. Second K command. I will... It's unlikely they just living end for the Ent, but I think we will grab the... Go for temple, hold up the K command number 1. I think that is right. Cycles the curator. So what's more difficult for me to deal with, the curator or the Ent? Kind of depends. Besiju and holding. Okay. So I'm tempted to K command now, and the reason being is this. I would like to get rid of a card out of yard and ramp. That way the next K command is X equals 3 instead of 2. Because I imagine my opponent here is going to just cycle a lot of cards here. So I'm going to ramp, I'm going to exile, ramp, exile the Ent. And done. Unless you want a hardcast force, which is fine, I guess. And down. We draw. Forest. We'll play the shifting. Actually, we'll play the forest. The reason why I play the forest here is because they could have more Besejus. Sprawl. I'd be surprised if you forced this. 4 green. And pass. End step. Cycle. Okay. No more cycles. Interesting. Surveil. Okay. Charlotte's Agent, Ardent Plea. So in response, we are going to exile Scry Draw. Actually, I guess we will let them cascade. Let's do this first. Let them cascade. Living End. We sack. We exile Scry Draw. We don't want to ramp because Living End will just, well, Living End. We'll exile the Hedge Mage just because. X equals 3. Another K command, Ice Till Speaker. We don't need another Ice Till here. We don't need Speaker right now. Ish. I think I'm not going to play Speaker next turn regardless. But I guess we could play Speaker and hold up K command, where I can't do that with Ice Still. So we'll take the Speaker and K command. Living End. There's the Ardent Plea. And passing. We'll draw. Shifting. So I'm thinking we go Speaker Pitch. What should Speaker pitch? Speaker pitch Devourer for a Myco spawn, maybe? I can see that. So Speaker pitch. Actually, we're going to pitch Sire, because they're not going to want to Living in Sire back. So we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're short on Emrakul. So I'm thinking we go Myco spawn here. And we'll pass. The reason why we didn't want to go Ice Tills because we don't have any lands to ramp or an end mill. This now forces them, if they want to Living End again, they're going to have to worry about the Siren Yard. Which is a nice thing about Formidable Speaker. I also have K Command X1. Curator Cycle, okay. And passing. So the next question is whether or not we want to kick Myco Spawn, or if I want to not kick Myco Spawn. Sprawl. Let's start with Sprawl. So stacking Sprawls with Speaker is really good. Because this now untaps for a +2 rather than a +1. So we will say for green. So that means I have 3, 4, 5, 6, +2, 8. We have 8 mana currently available. So 3, 2, 5. I don't think I can do this the way I want to, though, is the only problem. So I'm tempted to simply go unkicked Myco, hold up K command would be my thought here. Yeah, let's do that, I suppose. Though, how do I do that effectively here? So 3, 2, 5. We have 2. I guess I then 2 mana Temple, Myco Spawn, ramp, grab a lab. That gives me X equals 4 for the K command. Yes. Let's do that. Untap. Cast Myco. No kick. This will now allow me to hold up a K command X equals 4. Next turn we can also Devour if we want. Not sure it's going to be entirely necessary. I would almost like to... I wish I could have grabbed a fetch here, but not really a good option, unfortunately. Because that we could ramp with Ice Still. Not that I think we really need to ramp too much here. We have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we can cast Ugin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep, we'll just grab Temple. And pass. And hold the K command. We don't need to be aggressive here. We can just take our time. Opponent's doing nothing. I have to assume they have something here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 plus 2, 15. I mean, we could Emrakul. 2, 5, 7. We could Emrakul, but then we can't hold anything up is the only downside. So I'm thinking of just going Devourer here and hitting the Ardent play. And this allows us to hold up a K command, X equals 2. Ardent play down. My fear is here that they have a whatchamacallit. That they have a subtlety here. And so I'm a bit skeptical of attacking with the Sowing Myco. They also could have Endurance. So I might just sit back, honestly. Opponent's thinking hard. That resolves. I mean, I guess if they kill the Myco, I'm kind of okay with it, because at least it's another creature in yard for me. Sure. Down to 15. No subtlety, no endurance. Interesting. Okay. We're clearly telegraphing that we have a K command in the wings. So the opponent could be playing around that. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I mean, even if at the speed we're just one short of Emrakul. I have an abundance of mana. An opponent's not doing anything. We'll draw. Isa Myco spawn. I will. So 2, 4, 6. Yep, we're gonna repeat. Yeah, I really did underestimate Formidable Speaker, but it is such a good card. Miko Kick. 1, 2. I have a K command X3 sitting here. Double white, double blue, and triple green. I mean, we want to get rid of probably white, blue, blue, green if I can help it. Let's go. We need to get rid of double blue because of wistfulness. I think green also is relevant, so we'll go green, blue. I don't really think they really care about double white. I'm pretty sure the only card in their deck that plays white is Ardent Play. But that also requires blue, so getting rid of green, blue I think is correct. I mean, now that means they'll be off a subtlety if we phase change. Opponent's going to pay cost, imagine for subtlety. Sky Turtle to pick up Curator. Sure, that's fine. We could Ghost Quarter here. Alternatively, I could Bajuka Bog out the Sky Turtle, but I'm not exactly pressed on that. I will grab the Temple. This ice is kind of rotting in hand, but honestly, I'm kind of okay with that. I did have half a mind to grab a fetch here. Actually, a fetch may have been good because it would have added another type to yard too. But also, Cake Man X equals 5 makes this matchup pretty much a breeze. Even if they sweep, at this point we can cast Emrakul at any time. Because we have lethal on board, meaning that they're going to have to living end. And if they living end, we get back Sire unless they have an endurance. And even if they were to endurance, we still have the ability to get Emrakul next turn. Yeah. Pretty sure this should be GG's. But I was thinking hard about Myco Spawn. I wonder if they do have a subtlety like I thought. Another reason I'm kind of hesitant to just cast this Emrakul into nothing. Alright, let's go to combat. We'll swing for 9, push you down to 6 with lethal on board. Which does mean shifting presents lethal as well. We need one more type in yard, admittedly. Go to combat, swing for 9. I suppose if I actually went for a fetch. Tap this. Oh, yeah. No, I should have went for a fetch. And here's why. If I would have fetched, I actually could have attempted to kill them this turn. But it would have left would have left K command down, so give and take. I don't know. It may have been the right call. Because we'd be presenting lethal damage. But we're still very much in the position to do so. Cycle Curator. Yep, that's fine. Again, we're holding K command X equals 5. So even if they sweep, they have to deal with the Sire. We empty their yard. Cycle. So unless you have a land, you definitely don't have Living End. Because you used your blue source, so no matter what, whether it be Ardent Plea or for... Okay, I have the blue source. Shock, or Bolt rather, to 3. There's the Shardless Agent. Cascade, Living End. So in response, we will Scry Draw and Exile. Scry Draw, 1, 2, 3. I guess I should, hold on. I should get rid of that Living End as well, because they could be playing Halo Forger, I suppose, though I don't see black for Halo Forger, so it's unlikely. But either way, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. And done. So you'll get a Shardless Agent for your troubles. And Bones comes it up, we'll take the win. Cool. So what do we want here? K return out, but Jukebox stays. Emrakul out because of Inevitable Betrayal. Rumble Trim. We are going to want Soulless Jailer, Vexing Bauble, and we could consider Trinosphere as well. Yes. I believe that is it. And we'll run it back. I mean, we could always think about going Flute, but it tends to be a 50-50 on whether or not we name Betrayal or Living End. If I knew for certain what my opponent was on in their sideboard, I might be a bit more confident of bringing Flute in. But alas, I do not. But yeah, Speaker's really good. I used to be very much like, don't stack Sprawls, there's no reason to. But now there is. I mean, you stack Sprawls onto a single forest, and you can untap for a +2, +3, hell, a +4, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, +4. It pretty good. They still need to worry about like non-conditional land destruction, price of progress, stone rain, etc. Right? Put him down to 6. This has good acceleration, but not much else going for it. I mean, hits off the top, Speaker, Jailer, Bauble, Trinisphere, K Command. We have options, and since we have both Sires in hand, it means that they can't Betrayal the Sire, which is actually a very significant thing. So I like this. Put him down to 6. We'll pass. Hallowed Fountain tapped. And draw. You find a gemstone. You're a bit late to the party, friend. For green. And pass. And pass. So 2, 4, 5, 6. 1 short of Sire. I mean, the biggest creature they can grab from my deck in that case is Devourer. But to them, it's a 6/6 vanilla creature. I wonder if they would ever consider grabbing something like Ice Till. I could see it. It is definitely not outside the realm possibility. Forest. Passing draw. They could have Beseiju, so maybe play around that and go Gemstone. But then if we do that, that means that we don't have the potential for Sire if we draw into another Soul Land. So we'll go Talisman to start. Do you force it? I doubt it, but you never know. Oh, you have something. Waker? That's fine. The Waker is fine. Endurance to Yard. Okay. We'll play the Temple. And we'll pass. So yes, we'd like to see a Soul Land off top. We'll hold. Just to represent that we could have a K command, right? End cycle. So no Cascade this turn. Breeding Pool. Breeding Pool Shock. And passing. I'd love to see a Myco spawn here. End step. And draw. Beseiju. K command. K command is also pretty solid. We'll play the gemstone. Hold up the K command. No reason to rush this out. We have K command X equals 4. So we can get rid of 3 cards in yard. Or all 3 creatures, rather. Do you cycle? Paying cost for Beseiju. Kind of rude, honestly, but we'll take it. So what do we want to do here? So we're going to say yes. Grab a forest. Come and play untapped? Yes. Forest. So we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It does push us back. So forest, K command. I'm going to say XL yard. We ramp or scry draw, though. They could also force me here, which would be a bit unfortunate. Wouldn't be the end of the world if they do, I guess. Huh. A scry draw. Done. And done. Do you have a force? You do not. There's Bobble, another K command. Ice Till. I mean, this looks pretty nice. So Devour bottom. How do I want to do this? We're going to play 2 cards. We're going to draw 2. I want this Bobble. I also want the Ice Still. Okay, so I have an idea here. So we draw. So top, draw. And here's why. We're going to grab the Ice Still. We're going to play the Bobble. I'm going to play the Stomping Ground before the Temple and before the Ice Still. That way we only mill the Breaker. So Breaker gets put to Yard. Yes. That seems right. Well, I guess we could have also put Devourer in there. We could have played 2, but I also want the... Well, I guess no, that would have worked. Yeah, I should have done that in retrospect. In retrospect. We pass. We draw. Bobble. We will cast the Bobble. Does Bobble resolve? Isa Bobble. Hard cast Force. Waker away. Who's resolve all? So no Force. At least not yet. Temple Garden. And there's the Force. Pitch Betrayal. Okay. So in that case, we will play Stomping Ground tapped and Ice Till. Temple. Mill. There's the Breaker. We'll pass. Yeah, I should have put Breaker and Devour on top, following the with K command underneath of it, because that would have allowed me to mill both of them rather than just the Breaker. So I did misplay there. I could have gotten 2 in Yard. We could have gotten 2 in Yard in case they living end here, but we saw the Betrayal, so they might more likely do not have too many living ends in Yard, or living ends in deck. There's the Agent. There's the Betrayal. So they'll shuffle away my K command, but they're not going to find a lot in our deck they're going to want to play here, is the funny part. They're not going to see either Sire. They're going to see Devour at the very most. They have 1 card in hand, which means we can play our Ugin very freely here. Yep, there's Devour. Don't really care. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We draw. I'd like to see a fetch here. Because I want to see if I can get the Ugin and... There's a Myco. I mean, I think we just Myco... Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... Okay, so we're going to Myco kick. Oh, do I need a Myco kick? I don't think I need a Myco kick. I think we should just Myco spawn Bojuka Bog. Yeah? Myco spawn Bojuka Bog. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breaker. I actually have a fun play here. Okay. So, yeah, Myco Kick's not going to do much, I think. Yeah, it's not doing too much. So, let us Myco spawn. Did I overtap? I did overtap. But, gonna call real quick, be right back. Alright, and we're back. Yes, Myco yield for the Bojuka Bog. The Bojuka Bog. Bojuka Bog, target you. Yield all. We mill a Talisman. And then what I'm going to do here is bring Breaker to hand, sack the Gemstone, play the Gemstone as my first land, we mill. Find Sanctum, play Sanctum, we mill. Yeah, we can use some fun shenanigans in this deck. I really like it. And like the more you learn how to play it, the more shenanigans you can do. Like, okay, I have it in my land drop for turn. Let's just bring Breaker back, sack a land, replay that land that we sacked, mill more to find more lands. It's fantastic. All right, we'll pass. We have nothing else we need to do. We're good. We have a Sanctum next turn. We're in a good position, to say the least. You'll attack with Devourer, sure. We'll block the MTGO. No reason not to. Yep. 2 cards in hand. And passing. We draw. There's a Jailer. Jailer's nice. How do we want to proceed? We could go Sire 7 Death. We can go Breaker. I think Sire's probably right here. Not too pressed. So we'll go Sire. Sire trigger Sanctum Yodel. We are going to be a little bit careful of when we cast the Soulless Jailer, because Soulless Jailer will mean we can't grab lands back with Ice Till. So we're just being a little bit careful with our sequencing here. Because we would like to grab this Sanctum back. Could also have gone Ugin, but Ugin does get hit by Force, whereas Sire only gets hit by Subtlety. So that was my thought process, is we just play around that possibility. Not to mention, I think Sire just basically wins us the game regardless. Yep, opponent agrees. They'll scoop it up. We'll take the win. Solid. We'll be back for match number 5. Alright, we're back for match number 5 on the draw for game 1. Opponent Logan's down to 6. Supposedly they're on energy. We're hoping we might be able to find a forest or forest equivalent. This is not energy. Hedge Maze Surveil. Is this Living End again, maybe? On top. Can't tell. Rumble. Commercial District Surveil. That's fine. Stomping Ground. Sure. We'll pass. And bash. Besiju. Okay. So it could still be Neobrand, could be Living End. It's Neobrand. I cry every time. We lose on turn 2. I hate this deck with a passion. Show me Gulta. Yeah. Do I concede? If there's one deck that I truly hate, it is Neobrand. I'm fine playing into Titan. I'm fine playing into Storm. The one deck that I truly despise is Neobrand. It is the only deck that I always will sigh, roll my eyes, and go, cool, I'm going to lose on turn 2, both games, and I'm going to go get lunch or get a snack. It's just such a miserable play pattern. Especially like game 1, if you're on the draw. It's like, what do you do about that? You do absolutely nothing. I played a land. Ugh. Hate it. I hate it so much. Gemstone. Flute. Trinisphere. Ice. Well, actually, let's take a look at their list. Oh, that's an energy list. That's not Neobrand. What does Neobrand look like nowadays? Neobrand. Too basic. Too basic. Drop the... Do we drop the Ugin? So, Flute, yes. Do they still play Hooting Mandrills? Yes, they still play Hooting Mandrills. I'm just debating whether or not we cut the ice till. Because, like, there's a world where you can go score to them out, but, like, they just don't need that much mana is the problem. Maybe drop the Ugins? Like, Emrakul's good. Maybe drop Ugin and a Breaker, but you still need to trim one. Vaccine Bubble, Grafdigger's needed, Flute's needed, Trinisphere's needed. No, let's drop the Ice Still package. Run it back. Alrighty. On the play for game 2. This hand does nothing, but we dig an additional 4 deep to find an answer. So either we look 5 deep for an answer, or we mulligan and look 7 deep. At least we know this has acceleration. We'll keep it. We'll keep it. So Misty Rainforest, Fetch, Forest, Utopia Sprawl for green. That will then allow me to Stomping Ground, Sprawl, Rumble. Yeah. Opponent mulligans down to 6. Misty Rain, Fetch. For a Forest, Sprawl. For green, we pass. We pass. Misty Rainforest, we draw. Commercial District. So in that case, we go Stomping Ground, Shock, Sprawl. We stack. For green, Rumble. That's a whole lot of nothing. We'll grab Sire. And we pass. I mean, on one hand, we play a Sire on turn 3, which in any other matchup's freaking fantastic. Not here, though. It's pretty bad. But we're likely going to die on 2, I bet. Surveil. It's probably right the mulligan, to be honest. Dig another 7 deep rather than 5 deep. We could do it another probably 2 times, so we're actually digging 14 deep for a potential turn 1 answer. I don't know. The acceleration was nice. But here it comes. What do I hate more? Kappa Cannoneer or Neobrand? Honestly, both are kind of miserable, because I feel like in both cases you lose on turn 2. Okay, Grizzlebrand is okay. I mean, they can dig 14 deep for a pact into a consign, I guess. We're not dead. Yeah. So, I mean, if you really want, you can dig for a pact, pact it, and then consign the pact trigger. If you really wanted to. I don't think you need to be completely clear. I don't think you need to. But you could. Down to 5. They did pack it. Okay. Do you have consign? You do. Yes. Okay. Do you have a blue source? Because all you need at this point, Allosaurus Rider into Xenagos. No, I guess you'd be 1 short. Oh, there's a Rider. There is a Misty down the 4. Show me the Galt and the Xenagos. There's the Gulta. Drop your hand like it's hot. But yeah, I don't know. It just, both Affinity, like Affinity can be played around. It's like at least you have more points of interaction than Neobrand, where you just have so few points of interaction. Basically, if you don't have a hate piece on one, you're dead on two. At the very least, it's quick. So, at least it's not taking forever watching them play Solitaire, I suppose. So, give and take. Either ways, probably, if someone asked me what's my least favorite deck in the format, Neobrand. Point blank statement. Without a doubt, it is Neobrand. Second least favorite, probably Affinity. I really don't like Affinity. I think Kappa is it is a legacy level card in a modern format that just doesn't have the same type of answers to it that it needs to. And so like a turn 2 Kappa, turn 1 Kappa, it's like, okay, what do I do about this, right? So, I don't know. Both decks are kind of wild, but at least Affinity has, again, more points of interaction where you can do more, at least in game 2-3. In game 1 it's a bit harder, but game 2-3 it's a lot easier. Alrighty though, with that being said, that there will be a 3-2 record at the end of 5. Not ideal, but sometimes win some, sometimes lose some. With that being said, as always, if you did enjoy the show, please do consider hitting the like button, comment down below if you did see any lines that I missed, any mistakes that I made, or any general feedback, be much appreciated. For as much that I hope y'all learn from me in both my successes and failures, I hope I can learn from you all as well. Last but not least, if you reached the video and haven't already, please do consider hitting the subscribe button as we continue to grow this channel. However, if you would like to watch these videos recorded live over on Twitch, you can find me there Sundays through Thursdays at 10 p.m. CST and Fridays and Saturdays at 8 p.m. CST for the weekend challenges. Otherwise, you can head over to my Patreon where you can find these videos ad-free and early. With that being said though, folks, I will see you next time. Bye-bye!